Is this working? Is it on? Alright. Hello, today in this video I'll be talking about gender and sexuality in media with a concentration on gendered marketing and advertising. So, going into my research, gender, under the Oxford Dictionary definition, is either of the two sexes, male and female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. However, as stated by Julia Butler within her book, Performative Acts and Gender Constitution, an essay in phenomenology and feminist theory, gender reality is performative, which means, quite simply, that it is real only to the extent that it is performed. The statement shows that gender is not necessarily a biologically tied definition, but to a more psychological or fictional sense, where gender is a very debatable topic. Which to this, I draw the conclusion that the concept of only two genders is relatively stupid. So, when said in relation to our present world, we are seen to have many different genders revolving around different communities, especially when it comes to the LGBT community, where there is not only a singular or binary gender of female and male, but many others which transcend between the two, such as transgenders, male to female, aka MTF, and female to male, FTM, as well as more androgynous appearing people who identify with neither, aka gender fluid. Now, coming towards the gender marketing side, there are many stereotypes in which product packaging used in order to attract their customers. However, when put into perspective, actually seem really ridiculous. To enhance this topic, I'd like to present this video where it displays marketing in a gendered sense by the user Litty Kitty on Twitter, and it makes a satire of the way in which the packaging is presented.
How about you like some Palmer's cocoa butter? Let's get some for men in the darker color, because men like darker color. Get some Vaseline lotion? How about we get some for men in a darker color, because men don't like green. Do you need some Lubriderm Advanced Therapy? Are you a man? Let's get some for men, now in a darker color. That's right, because men don't like light colors. You got eczema? Are you a man? Get it for men, now in a darker color, because men don't like light colors. Maybe you just prefer that Nivea, and you just happen to identify as a male. Get it for men, now in a darker color. That's right, because men don't like purple. Do I even have to say it anymore? Are you a man? That's right, darker color, because men don't like orange either.
Here, the video presents an example of gendered marketing, where males are aimed to buy darker color packaging and are more specifically labeled in large or very astounding text, whereas females are shown to buy the more generic and light colored packaging, which is not specifically aimed for the market, but is assumed. I find this, to be frank, really stupid, as it will not stop anyone from buying either product, because in essence, aren't both of them just the same thing with different packaging? Sure, the target audience may be different by gender, but the purpose of the item is the exact same as the other. Which brings me back to the stupidity of only aiming towards two binary genders, as it would be assumed that men would buy the darker product while females would buy the lighter product. However, when placed into perspective, you only really need one of the product and not both, as they both prove to have the same function. But in relation to this, I would also like to bring about the video by YouTube user The Checkout, which consists of Kirsten Drisdale and Zoe Norton, titled Gendered Marketing, where they explore and analyze the segregation between advertising and packaging in relation to the majorly female and male gender. Now regarding this, we come back to the point earlier of colored packaging, where this video confirms that this packaging scheme is actually successful for companies in making sales, which in turn is good for the companies, but is still ridiculous when you think of it realistically.
By making two versions of otherwise identical products, Celebrity Slim can sell many more Slim Shakes.
And Hairdresser's Formula can sell more hair pills.
And Gillette can sell more razors.
And Cotties can try to sell more cordial and fail. And it's not just about trying to sell more, it's about trying to charge more too.
Take this Body Glide Anti-Chafe Balm.
Triathlon lube, it's a thing.
And it's great for feet, thighs and upper bodies.
But Zoe, we're ladies. We don't have upper bodies. We have feet, thighs and bras, which is why we need Body Glide for her.
Wait, aren't our bras on our upper bodies?
No, Zoe. That's why our version costs nearly 60% more per gram than the original. Because according to Body Glide, we ladies need a petite-sized product for carry-along convenience.
Because there's no way a woman could carry a normal Body Glide?
And you don't have to be a lube-using triathlete to feel the rub of gender marketing.
It comes with everything from shaving cream and depilatory cream
To styling powder and eye gel.
and we might not even realise it's happening
Because we only look at our section of the store.
and ignore anything that's not obviously for us.
So then, why are people swayed so easily by this concept of gender? Personally, I believe that because of the circumstances we are raised in, we are led to believe strongly in these assigned genders. Relating more to females within the text, The Second Sex, by Simone de Beauvoir, she mentions that nature does not define women. It is she who defines herself by reclaiming nature for herself in affectivity. Then, in a literal sense, it is not the biological factor that defines a gender, but the more psychological factor. How a person is raised is definitely part of how one may find gender, but at the same time, you can also ask, what is gender? It is but a simple concept in our head where we want to confirm whether one is female or male or something much more than that. Gender, psychologically, it seems very complex, but when put biologically, it is simple. However, it is still a very debatable topic when put into different perspectives. Despite all this, surprisingly enough, gender wasn't always as it is in our present world in relation to the points that Drysdale and Norton Lodge present to us within this video, especially when considering colour. As cited within their video from Earthshore's Infants Department in June 1914, they state that
Pink, being a more decided and stronger colour, is more suitable for the boy, while blue, which is more delicate and dainty, is prettier for the girl.
a meaning which these colours were once not associated with genders as we know of today. Even in this day and age, the fine line between female and male is not as clear as it was in the past, but there are still stereotypical ideals of both as seen in this image. In the end, these ideals are really stupid, and it doesn't matter as much in our present day. Males can be weak, females can be aggressive. Some can relate to neither of these things, and definitely not every male or female is the same, or can be grouped together as such. Therefore, as I've said before, these concept of just two binary genders is stupid, and definitely do not need to be followed. However, there are still many issues revolving this concept of gender, and is still definitely able to be debated upon.